Today we'll be taking a look at the CRAFT screening tool. The CRAFT tool is used for children under the age of 21 and is recommended by the American Academy of Pediatrics Committee on Substance Abuse for use with adolescents. It's made up of 6 tools and is used to gauge if a longer discussion on the risks of alcohol or other drug use is warranted. CRAFT stands for C. Have you ever ridden in a car driven by someone, including yourself, who was high or had been using alcohol or drugs? R. Do you ever use alcohol or drugs to relax, feel better about yourself, or fit in? A. Do you ever use alcohol or drugs while you are alone? F. Do you ever forget things you did while using alcohol or drugs? F. Has your family or friends ever told you that you should cut down on your drinking or drug use? T. Have you gotten into trouble while you were using alcohol or drugs? Jason is a 16-year-old and he completed the CRAFT tool and answered yes to the R question. He mostly drinks beer when hanging out with friends and never drinks and drives but knows people who have. We will use motivational interviewing adherence strategies to try and dissuade him from drinking. Skills to use during motivational interviewing. Open-ended questions. Open-ended questions cannot be answered with a single word or phrase. For example, rather than asking, "Do you drink alcohol?" ask, "Tell me your reasons for drinking alcohol." This helps to initiate conversation and develop its focus. Reflective listening. Using reflective statements can deepen the conversation and show you that you have heard and understood the patient. One way you can do this is through paraphrasing what the patient has just said. Your goal is to make attempts to better understand the patient. Summaries. It is useful to summarize what the patient has said and provide some direction for the next part of the conversation. Affirmations. If a patient does decide to change their behavior, they will need to feel confident that they can change. You can help with their confidence by making reference to your patient's strengths, motivations, intentions, progress, and past successes. Elicit self-motivational statements. Telling your patient why they should change has limited impact. It is far better that the patient voices personal concerns and intentions as a result of the conversation they have had with you. People persuade themselves to change much more effectively than other people can. Raise the subject.
So Jason, before you leave, I would like to go over your results on the CRAFT screen that you completed earlier.
Okay.
Before we go over anything, I'd just like to mention that anything you say today is confidential, and I'll only tell your parents if you give me permission or if I'm worried that there is a danger to you or someone else. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I see that you've marked that you drink alcohol to relax with friends. Could you tell me a little bit more about your alcohol use?
I don't really drink that much. It's just like a social thing, you know? I'm hanging out with my buddies and we'll crack open a few beers.
And when you're drinking with your friends, how many drinks would you say that you have on average?
I don't know, maybe 3 or 4? I don't really keep track.
How often do you drink?
Maybe once a month, unless there's a special occasion.
How long have you regularly been drinking alcohol?
Well, I guess I started the summer of last year.
So you've been drinking alcohol, 3 or 4 beers for a little less than a year monthly. Tell me, what do you like about drinking?
I guess I like how it makes me feel. I feel relaxed and happy. Plus, when I don't drink and everyone else is, I feel like I won't be accepted by my friends.
So drinking alcohol makes you feel good and helps you fit in with your friend group. Tell me, are there any negative things that you don't like about drinking?
Well, sometimes I get distracted drinking and stay out too late. My parents always ground me for sneaking in so late.
Provide feedback.
Thank you for sharing this with me. I understand why you might want to drink, but your alcohol use concerns me. At your age, it is not recommended for you to have any alcohol. Your brain is still developing, and alcohol can have quite a negative effect on your development. That's why I recommend that all my adolescent patients not drink at all.
Wow, don't drink at all?
As you have already learned, adolescent alcoholism can negatively affect brain development, which results in memory and attention problems, but this is not the only way teens are uniquely affected by alcohol. Some of the other ways alcohol affects teens specifically are: 1. Alcohol can cause car crashes and other deadly accidents. 2. Alcohol makes some people become violent, or it can make you feel really depressed and sad, and even become suicidal. 3. Alcohol can damage the developing brain by killing off brain cells. 4. Alcohol can hurt your liver, which you need to clean your blood. 5. Alcohol is illegal for those under the age of 21. 6. Alcohol can lead to sexual assault and unplanned pregnancy. That's why it's important that we convince Jason not to drink. Enhance motivation.
On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being not important and 10 being very important, how important is it to you that you decrease your alcohol intake?
Probably a 6.
I'm curious why you didn't choose a lower number like a 5 or a 4.
I'm just tired of always getting in trouble.
What do you think you could do to stop getting in trouble?
I guess I could just not drink.
Have you ever tried not drinking before?
No, not really.
Negotiate a plan.
On that same scale of 0 to 10, how confident are you that you can stop drinking?
4.
So tell me why you chose a 4 rather than a 5 or a 6.
It's hard when all my friends are drinking. I'm not so sure I'll be able to say no when someone offers me a drink.
On that same scale, how ready are you to make a change regarding your drinking?
8.
Tell me why 8 rather than a 7.
I know if I stop drinking, it'll make my parents happy.
Yes, it will make your parents happy, but what about you?
I didn't think drinking was such a big deal, but now I know that it can affect my health, and I probably need to make a change.
What change do you think you could make?
Well, I could drink water instead.
So drinking water sounds like something you would like to try. What would get in the way of you trying this approach?
If they didn't have water at the party.
True.
I guess I could bring my own drink.
It sounds as if you have a goal in mind.
Yeah.
Is it okay with you if we follow up in 4 to 6 weeks?
Yeah, sure.
Let's end with a review of the SBIRT process. 1. Raise the subject. 2. Provide feedback. 3. Enhance motivation by using ORs, asking open-ended questions, affirmation, reflection, and summary statements. And 4. Negotiate a plan.